What's happening, folks? Back with another reaction, back with another early Christmas carol, which is to say, we're back with one more tune by the Deller Consort. I wasn't sure if I had another track by them, but I did look in the music folder, and there's one more. And it's another one of my favorite carols, The Holly and the Ivy. I've mentioned this when I reacted to Annie Lennox's version recently. I reacted to a version from, I think, the Cambridge choir? I'm not sure. It's an English choir, but I reacted to that last year. I just love the classic, traditional sound of this carol. But again, when I say that, I am typically meaning a later rendering than we're going to hear here, a rendering from, let's say, the late 18th bleeding into the first half of the 19th century. But we're now going to hear a version that is done in the Baroque style, in the early modern style, with countertenor voices. I don't know if It's Alfred Deller does the lead here. I do, since I did the last reaction, I looked up on Discogs and I discovered that both the Past 3 O'Clock that we heard and the Holly and the Ivy that we're going to hear now are indeed led by the original Deller, Alfred Deller, not his son, and his son, I believe, is Mike. Yeah, no, it's Mark. So Mark Deller is the Deller that took over once Alfred died in the late 70s, although he was involved in the consort for at least a decade before that. But in any case, this is from 1956. It's a release called The Holly and the Ivy, Christmas Carols of Old England. So this is sort of the title carol of the bunch. So with no further ado, this is the Deller Consort led by Alfred Deller, and this is their performance in 1956 in the Baroque early modern style of the English carol, The Holly and the Ivy.
The holly and the ivy, when they are both full grown, of all the trees that are in the wood, the holly bears the crown.
The rising of the sun and the running of the deer, the playing of the merry organ, sweet singing in the choir. The holly bears a blossom as white as the lily flower, and Mary bore sweet Jesus Christ to be our sweet Savior. The rising of the sun and the running of the deer, the playing of the merry organ, sweet singing in the choir. The holly bears a berry as red as any blood, and Mary bore sweet Jesus Christ to do poor sinners good. The rising of the sun and the running of the deer, the playing of the merry organ, sweet singing in the choir.
The holly bears a prickle as sharp as any thorn, and Mary bore sweet Jesus Christ on Christmas Day in the morn.
The rising of the sun and the running of the deer, the playing of the merry organ, sweet singing in the choir. The holly bears a bark as bitter as any gall, and Mary bore sweet Jesus Christ for to
I like the way he
redeem
rolls his
us
R's.
all. The
other two
rising
don't
of
do
the sun and the running of the deer, the playing of the merry organ, sweet singing in the choir. The holly and the ivy, when they are both full grown, of all the trees that are in the wood, the holly bears the crown. The rising of the sun and the running of the deer, the playing of the merry organ, sweet singing in the choir.
But no merry organs heard here. Obviously a cappella rendering of the carol. But yeah, again, it's got that Baroque sound to it. It's a singing style that even by the time of, again, Charles Dickens, which I keep framing it at early or like first half of the 19th century because I've reacted to a couple different versions or done watch-alongs for a couple different versions of A Christmas Carol just in the last week or so. But yeah, ultimately it is an earlier style. It's like a 17th century style, Baroque style. And again, I think the middle voice is Alfred Deller. I think that's the countertenor. We heard a deeper voice after that, and obviously the female voice, which I don't know if that's a soprano. I'm not like super educated in the world of vocal performance and delivery, even if I did take a classical music history class. But yeah, like I said, I love the concept behind this group. I have, in a couple of different areas of art, I remember seeing a group, I think they're like based out of LA, but they perform plays in like this body style, which is like an early modern style of like ancient like Greek plays and so on. I think they're called the Troubadours. But bottom line, I love the idea of whether it's music or other forms of art, paying homage to the earlier forms that have led to the forms as they now exist in, later centuries. So shout out to this very concept, shout out to the Deller Consort. Again, I think they disbanded like mid to late 80s. And yeah, shout out to both Alfred and Mark. Shout out to all folks who've taken interest in the Christmas reactions. Again, very close to coming back to regular reactions, but I have enjoyed this period and ultimately following through on a number of things that I wanted to get to. So all in good time and all good things. So shout out to all of you. Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays. Let me know what you think of this, and I will see you next time. Peace.